Hi, I'm Katrina Eames, and this is Feminist Fridays, the day where I enjoy alliteration and talk about gender equality. I believe understanding the past helps us move forward. Today, we are going to talk about First-Wave Feminism. When it happened, who was involved, what it accomplished, and why it still matters today. First-Wave Feminism was a movement that took place in the late 19th and early 20th century. First-Wave feminists sought to address the legal inequalities between men and women. Specifically, they were working towards securing women's voting and property rights. Notable feminists include Mary Wollstonecraft, who was a writer and is considered the grandmother of British feminism. In America, activists included Sojourner Truth, who is one of the first intersectional feminists, in my opinion, Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell, the first female doctor, and journalist Dorothy Day. Most of the people involved in first-wave feminism were middle-class white women. Not exclusively, but mostly. Still, first-wave feminists got stuff done. In America, in 1920, the 19th Amendment was passed, which acknowledged that women have a right to vote. In 1918, in the UK, Parliament granted the right to vote to women over 30 who owned property. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It's still not perfect. We had a lot of work to do 100 years ago, and we still have a lot of work to do now. There was a lot left to be done to secure gender equality after the first-wave feminists finished their work. Lots of people were less active and less interested in the movement after getting the right to vote. Some were still involved and stayed involved throughout their entire lives even after getting the right to vote, but most kind of just voted. The activists of that time built something that we are still building upon today. Basically, every piece of legislation that promotes or protects gender equality wouldn't exist without first-wave feminists. Their work impacts us every day to this day, and I'm grateful for that. But I also want to learn from their successes and their mistakes. One success was that first-wave feminists had clear and well-defined political goals. Being specific in their goals made it easy to communicate with the public and achieve political action. We can learn from the failures of first-wave feminists. For one thing, movements need to have people planning for what happens in the case of success. People are disinterested in politics after they see themselves as winning, usually, which is why we need a clear plan of action for all situations and ways to get people involved even when the party that you are a part of is in charge of the government. First-wave feminists were largely racist and classist people. And as we know, you can be poor and not white and still be a woman. For example, me. Everybody deserves a seat at the table, though, especially when the discussion at that table is about fighting and dismantling oppression. Understanding the history of first-wave feminism, understanding the history of movements working towards equal rights, and understanding how people built a better world for us to inherit is going to help us be and do better. And not just better than they were, but better than who we are now. Thank you for joining me for Feminist Friday. I hope you learned something because I definitely did. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And hey, I love you.